And I don't care what people think about me. I don't care about people's opinions of me or what I do. I love who I am, and I'm constantly trying to be a better human, a better person, a better father, a better husband. And
do it in that way. Ian Garry tells him he's going to sue him if he doesn't take down the picture.
We can shoot shots at each other all day long, me and another bloke, but the minute he mentions... Here's the thing, here's the two things that I'll point out to you, right? My wife was called a p*** by Sean Strickland. No woman ever deserves. My son, the people that follow Sean Strickland commented on a couple of my photos at the very start of all this hate saying, is the kid even his? I should never have to hear that. Now
The personal attacks have escalated. Garry refuses to let online trolls or opposing camps continuously disrespect his family and son.
Listen, they are complete opposites. One guy said the woman should run the world, the wife is the household of the woman, and you got a guy from Dagestan, you don't even see their wives. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Makhachev's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, is weaponizing that controversy, completely mocking Garry's modern marriage ahead of UFC 330.
To anyone I want, because this is my job, and they have the opportunity in return. So for me, when you attack people in my circle when they don't deserve it, that's out of line. And look, Sean Strickland is not...
Garry isn't just firing back at Makhachev. He is completely torching anyone who attempts to weaponize his private family life.
And try to deal with his own personal issues himself. And that's mainly where it all came from. I'm very proud of who I am, of what I'm doing, and what my family is doing, traveling the world together. I'm very proud that I get to travel and spend every single day of this journey with my wife.
Instead of backing down, the Irishman proudly embraces his support system, proving the psychological warfare isn't breaking his ultimate focus.
Time that happened, and we want to do that again. To where he's a
Chinese Conor McGregor. He's a Chinese version, knockoff version of Conor McGregor. He's not Conor McGregor. He doesn't fight like Conor McGregor.
But Islam's team sees right through Garry's emotional defense. Manager Ali Abdelaziz brutally attacked the Irishman's entire persona, labeling him nothing more than a cheap, knockoff copy of Conor McGregor desperately trying to recreate a legendary rivalry for clout.
Brother, Ian Garry has lost his balls. And he will lose everything August 15th. Mark my word. This dude talking...
The disrespect from the Dagestani camp is absolute. They believe Garry has completely lost his edge due to the outside noise, predicting that when the cage door finally locks, all the fake confidence will violently collapse under Islam's pressure.
Anybody he's ever faced, and I am smarter than anybody he's ever stepped in there with. I am going to piece him up on the feet. I'm going to jab the mouth off him. I will make him lean off angles. He will shoot. I will defend the shot. I will stay on the feet, and I will crack him and crack.
Garry channels all of his personal rage directly into his fight preparation. He vows to maintain tactical distance, shut down Islam's wrestling entries, and systematically expose the champion on the feet with his relentless jabs and sharp, unpredictable striking angles.
Grow with every title defense.
For me, I'm undefeated against southpaws. He's a southpaw. I have that. I know how to do it. I have the keys to victory against that. I'm longer. I'm taller. I'm faster.
The Irishman believes his flawless record against southpaws gives him a massive tactical advantage. By leveraging his superior height, reach, and foot speed, Garry plans to dictate every exchange and force the Dagestani champion to fight completely out of rhythm.
Now, if he has done a good job of working on the wrestling, he gives himself a chance. But ultimately, I think for Garry to be successful, he has got to try to find range, and that's more difficult to do.
Finding and maintaining range is the core focus of this rivalry. Analysts emphasize that while staying at kicking distance is easier said than done against a relentless pressure wrestler, it remains Garry's only realistic pathway to pulling off the upset.
Magny thinks that if Garry can keep the fight at a distance and avoid close exchanges, he could frustrate Islam throughout the contest. Brandon Royval, a UFC flyweight contender, also likes Garry's chances, praising his intelligence, composure, and ability.
That tactical path is gaining massive traction among fellow UFC contenders who recognize the unique threat Garry presents. Staying composed under fire and utilizing lateral movement to stay off the cage can turn this fight into a psychological nightmare for the champion. Makhachev is accustomed to suffocating opponents early, but if Garry neutralizes those initial takedown attempts, frustration could force Islam into taking sloppy risks. When an elite counter-striker stays relaxed and operates with high fight IQ, the dynamic of a championship bout changes drastically, making Garry an extremely dangerous threat to Islam's title reign.
On the ground, I think Makhachev possesses a lot of those same type of qualities. Very similar when he gets you on the ground, but because he's a better striker, I feel he's even more dangerous than Khabib was during his.
That terrifying evolution is exactly why a vast majority of the combat sports community heavily favors Islam Makhachev to violently retain his title, despite Ian Garry's deeply personal motivation and undeniable striking pedigree. Daniel Cormier's assessment paints a bleak picture for anyone stepping into the octagon with the current pound-for-pound king. While Khabib Nurmagomedov relied on relentless mauling, Makhachev has developed a completely lethal kickboxing game that makes his takedowns entirely unpredictable. Garry isn't just facing a wrestler. He's facing a generational martial arts terminator who can effortlessly exploit the slightest technical error in every single phase of the fight.
Fight of his life. He can't afford to make one mistake in this fight against Islam. He can't afford to make one mistake.
No.
One mistake,
That's
he ends
to
up
fight
on
a
his
perfect
back.
fight.
And I think one mistake, he ends up on his back.
That microscopic margin for error is the ultimate dilemma for the Irish challenger. Even with the absolute best game plan and supreme emotional drive fueled by the disrespect toward his family, Garry has to fight a fundamentally perfect 25 minutes against a champion who only needs one singular opening to end the entire show. The sheer magnitude of this stylistic nightmare cannot be overstated. If Garry overextends on a single straight right hand or throws a naked leg kick without setting it up, Makhachev will instantly secure a body lock, drag him into the deep waters, and execute a ruthless submission.
Ian Garry is what fight promoters want. Promoters want someone that's going to talk shit, somebody that's going to...
However, the intense psychological warfare and deeply personal animosity have transformed this championship clash into an absolute blockbuster spectacle. While the traditional mixed martial arts purists strictly analyze the grappling differentials and striking metrics, the promoters recognize that Garry has successfully weaponized the intense public scrutiny surrounding his personal life to elevate his undeniable star power. He hasn't crumbled under the overwhelming weight of the online hatred or the vicious trash talk from the Dagestani camp. Instead, he has absorbed all of that chaotic energy and redirected it directly towards securing the most lucrative and defining opportunity of his career.
I think it's a really good fight, and I think Ian is going to surprise a lot of people with how talented he is and how skillful he is. Actually, I trained with him for the Carlos Prates fight.
With UFC 330 officially on the horizon, the bad blood has permanently boiled over. Ian Garry is walking into the octagon not just to claim undisputed UFC gold, but to violently vindicate his family's name against the most terrifying dominant force the lightweight and welterweight divisions have ever seen. Will the Irishman's emotional fire and elite distance management orchestrate the greatest upset in modern MMA history? Or will Islam Makhachev brutally crush the hype train and secure another terrifying finish? Sound off with your official fight predictions in the comments section below. Absolutely smash that subscribe button and stay tuned.